Hello again and welcome to Making Materials. So today I'm going to show you one of the QI lesson plans. QI is based on the English TV show QI, which means quite interesting. The idea being that you get points for being interesting rather than being correct. And it was something I wanted to do to introduce the idea of being more creative in the classes, that it's not important getting a perfect answer, but just being creative with your English. So this was designed to go with this page, which is part of the Sannensei course. It's page 10, and the main grammar point is this is called it is used when. So in the book it's tied with Japanese culture and happy Emma Furoshiki. And I want to do something a bit more interesting with this. So based on this QI idea, we came up with a 3-stage lesson plan, which I'm going to go through now. Each stage hopefully adds an extra level of creativity. So the first stage, least creative level, is just these 4 pictures on the board. So we would review this structure with the students. Nani nani is used when, and then I would read out these sentences. Are used when you play soccer, and students simply have to raise their hand and match. So soccer balls or footballs are used when you play soccer. Very good. That picture's removed. The student gets a sticker. Is used when you play video games. So that one goes with PSP. Are used when you have bad eyes. That's glasses. And lastly, is used when you listen to music, which would go with the radio. So stage 1, really not creative, just simply reminding the students of the structure, nani nani is used when, and getting them to make connections between objects in the sentence. Stage 2, we don't have any pictures on the board, so the students have to guess what the object might be. Is used when you drink tea. Actually, to add an extra level of challenge now, I would hold the card up and would say, please read this card from one student. I would have to read, is used when you drink tea. Good. Can anybody guess? And get students to volunteer answers. If they are correct, in this case it's a cup. If they get the correct answer, they get something from the sticker box. So what else do we have here? We have is used when you fly to space, which is a rocket. We have is used when you write a letter, a pen. Is used when you play tennis, tennis racket. Is used when you fly to Spain, a plane. And lastly, is used when you play music, guitar. So there's an added level of creativity here because it's no longer just matching sentence to a given picture, but they're having to guess what the picture might be. This should already be increasing their interest. Stage 3 is the most creative stage, so we once more get them to look at this sentence structure. This is at, this is an, it is used when. And then I would put these pictures on the board. I already put them on the board in preparation for the video, but normally I wouldn't put them on the board until this stage because they distract the kids too much. So these again from Google Images, and they are just strange devices, weird images. Again, I wanted this to be a lesson where there are no correct answers. I wanted the students to be creative. So what I've selected here are 6 pictures which are in colour, and they are all Japanese inventions, and 6 pictures which are black and white, which are just old devices, which are maybe no longer used or never became popular. So we show these images to the students and put them on the board. Let's try and get everything in there. Then the students will be divided into groups. So there's a total of 12 pictures. So we want 6 groups. This is usually done in a half class, so we will have about 2 or 3 students per group. Half class usually has around 16 students. I would go around with the older pictures. The Japanese teacher would go around with the Japanese pictures, and each team would get one of each kind. So one Japanese picture, one old picture. Then they get the universal worksheet, which I give out all the time, and they simply have to create their own sentences. They have to think what this object might be. This is at, this is an, it is used when, and write their answers. In the team, we say it's okay if they write the same sentence in their pair, or they can write their own sentences and have more. Each team is given the dictionaries, so they can come up with more creative answers. And the first part of the lesson goes quite quickly. The matching sentences, the original guessing. So this activity is taking most of the lesson. They need at least 20 minutes, I would say, to come up with the ideas. And to help them, after the first few lessons, I would give them some ideas that previous students came up with. Some are very standard, like, I'll give you some examples from my students. Just, this is a toilet paper machine. It is used when you have allergies. But some, and this looks quite standard, many students just write, this is a stick. It is used when sleeping on a train. But some students came up with more creative answers. This is a stick. It is used when you have a broken jaw. Or one student thought it looked like the special pole they have for trapping criminals in Japan. And said it is used to catch bad people. This one, many students wrote the obvious answer that it is a special camera. It is used to take many pictures. But one team wrote, it is a suicide machine. It is used to explode your head, which was quite nice. That made me laugh anyway. My absolute favourite that any student came up with was this one, which they spent ages writing, which was, this is a machine. It increases your earwax by 10 times and shoots it. Which is just an incredibly creative idea. A lesson like this is great for getting an insight into your students' minds. Another team came up with, this is a spinning barrier. It is used to not die. One team said that this is a cancho machine. It is used to poke your hip. Another really good team came up with this one. This is a machine. It is used to listen to music with stomach phones. Not headphones, stomach phones. So really, your students can come up with some great things. I suggest that to get them thinking, you give one or two examples such as these that I gave now, and they will go off. They will think of some really creative ideas. At the end of the lesson, we got students to read out some of their answers, which caused a lot of amusement for everybody, and then took in the papers and checked them afterwards. Really good. So the basic idea of QI, of creating a challenge where the key is to be interesting, not to be correct, is the basis of this activity. And I'm certainly going to try and find other lessons where I can apply a similar idea. Okay, so that's a 3-stage lesson plan for making this grammar more interesting. So, based on the QI principle. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye.